Peace and one love. This your boy 2eiies, otherwise known as Tokyo, man. Like, subscribe to the channel. Wish everyone be safe out there. Wash your hands. Be on the lookout for the new sandals on the website www.2eiies.com. That's 2eiies.com. But man, we here for some breaking news that happened overnight. Breaking news that happened overnight. Um, battle rapper Serious Jones, as we all know, those that's in the community know that he had got arrested, and he had got arrested twice. And first, when he got out the first time, he got bonded out the first time. He ended up having another warrant, so they took him and picked him up. I think his first time he was in Las Vegas. And then from that, he got sent over here to Contra Costa County in California, and that's where he been at. They tried to have a GoFundMe for him and things like that. Um, and then he just eventually, just had to sit in there and just wait. You know what I mean? But man, through all prayers and things like that, Serious Jones will be released or whatnot. Um, the most dangerous charge that he had was the human trafficking charges. Those were dropped. Those were dropped, but they was dropped because of a plea deal. I'm gonna let y'all, I'll stroll it slow that way y'all can, read through some of the information here. But once again, Serious Jones takes a plea deal to pimping charges and is eligible for release in 9 months. The sentence was a total of 3 years, though. Um, he pled it. He accepted the plea deal and a 3-year prison term to settle a pimping and human trafficking case in Contra Costa County, court's records show. You know what I mean? He's the charge that he pled guilty to on what like pimping, dissuading the witness, um, which is a strike offense under California law, messing with the witness, you know what I mean, and assault and other charges. But in exchange, prosecutors dropped the human trafficking charge against him. That was the biggest charge that was going to, carry the most, trafficking people across, city lines and state lines. Yes, you know what I mean. So with the 3-year prison term, of course, it's a 50% reduction, meaning that with good behavior, Bligham, which is Serious Jones, will be eligible for release around June 2021. So so shout out to Serious Jones, man. I never want to see anyone down, especially, you know what I mean, when you done been through this type of situation, not these charges, but when you've been through these certain situations and have to deal with that, and you know what I mean. But yeah, so he will also so around June next year, he will also have to pay $6,000 in restitution, and he was hit with a 10-year stay-away order from the woman who identified him to police as her pimp. So he had to stay away from this young lady for 10 years. Hopefully, he stay away from her for just the rest of his life. But once again, this is about Serious Jones. You know what I mean? He will be getting out soon, man. We never want to see anyone in there. I'm gonna keep strolling a little bit more, let y'all read a little bit, because it tells about in the audio posting on Instagram as he was speaking over the jail phone to his fans, things like that. This one he got locked up in the second time. And then that's when they had to go fund me, things like that. But I'll let y'all read it a little bit. He was quoted saying, "I would never ask a woman to do anything against her will. That's not that's not what I was raised as he said on the quarter." He later asked, "I'm sorry to my fans. I'm sorry to those who look at me like a disappointment. No more is more disappointment than me." And this so happened. This was right after, not like directly after, but this was right after his Mav Hoffa battle in Atlanta on Reverie Entertainment. You know what I mean? Got a nice check from that. So he had just stopped down here, bought a little jewelry, things like that. And then not too long after that, this happened. You know what I mean? I was actually in the building for him versus Mav Hoffa and Rare Breed. You know what I mean? But yeah, so hopefully, you know what I mean, once all this over, we can get him, you know, back on the battle rap scene, and you know, he can definitely hopefully learn his lesson from this. They said that he possibly assaulted the woman in Walnut Creek and stole her Lexus. Um, when she tried to break away from him, the woman later told the police she was working as a prostitute while she traveled between New Jersey, New York, and California, and that she had been a sex worker prior to meeting him. So that could have helped him. That could have helped him. She had been a sex worker prior to meeting him. So when it came to, like I said, that charge of trafficking, that could help him. I don't know. Once again, I'm just glad to see that he is going to be getting out, man, and everything's going to work out. You know what I mean? I'm going to let y'all read a little bit more. Just talk about, you know, span over his rap career, nearly 20 years. You know what I mean? Nationwide, MTV's Fight Club, and things like that. You know, yeah. Just now we're talking about his career, things like that. Just a good thing. He won 12 consecutive battles, eventually beating Jen, the MC, to become the all-time Fight Club champion in 2005 battle. You know what I mean? So then he appeared in numerous a cappella rap battles that have garnered millions of views online, and he continues to release written music on a regular basis. You know what I mean? So yeah, he don't. You know, once again, man, Serious Jones will be getting out. I'll let y'all read a little bit more right there if y'all want to read it to the end. But man, shout out to Serious Jones, man. He will be getting out. You know what I mean? Never want to see no one down. Never. You know what I mean? And it's, you know, we wanted to see him and finally had the math off of battle. So for me, it was like, you know, finally get that off his chest, and then they could get back into the ring and, you know, have other battles, and then this happened. You know what I mean? So shout out to Serious Jones. Shout out to everybody in the community. You know what I mean? Just keep him in y'all thoughts and prayers, and you know what I mean? He shall be getting out. But once again, the most dangerous charge, the human trafficking charge, was dropped. You know what I mean? This your boy 2eiies. Like, subscribe, share, and once again, let all the people know Serious Jones, man, will be coming home. Gang.